Hello.
Hi.
This is Melanie.
Hi.
What was your name? Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. That's my middle name.
Oh,
Elizabeth.
well, you never forget that.
All right.
Really good name. How you feeling?
Kind of awful. I just have moments. Let me get my little chair because I get.
Great. Did you catch you at an okay time?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I just have to have something to sit on.
I don't blame you.
When I stand too long, it hurts too much later to not, not sit.
Yeah. Where does it hurt normally?
The legs are going weak.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's where I'm like my real complaint is, and a lot of pain in the actual tumor itself,
Yeah.
like the breast. It's right here.
Yeah.
And so that's like. Uh, Other than that, I don't really feel like I should be on hospice. I don't really, it's kind of weird. It's like really
you're
weird.
not really on hospice so much like palliative, right? Like
No, it's full on.
it's full on hospice.
Yeah,
Is that
they
because
it
there's
meets
no
once a
treatment?
week. It's just to the point. It's gotten to that point where it's not, and I'm not treating it because of the housing situation, and it's, so on and so forth. And my doctor in Contra Costa was like, we need to. The pain was just getting to the point where it was just like too much. She didn't want to deal with that part of it, and the other, doctor stuff.
If you were housed and were living where you wanted to be, would you pursue treatment or is it just not available?
I think at this point it's too much time has gone by for the, like actual art. Here's the problem. I get nervous. Like today, I went to my daughter's just up to where she has a little roommate situation over here, where she is.
Here in the city?
Yeah, right over, 10, 15 minutes. By the time I get out of my range of comfort to go somewhere, I'm worried about the RV. And I know I've got all these papers on this wall and door and stuff, but it's not,
It's not foolproof.
Yeah, well, I've created a certain amount of hostility, obviously, and I don't know how.
Or maybe protection, not really.
Well, yeah, I feel like it's protection, but it's been a long time now. I've been doing this since I got the RV back December 23rd. Started my hunger strike. And I was 113 days on the hunger strike, which is modified, pretty much liquid. I wasn't a very strict, type of thing. And I always tell everyone it's hardly a hunger strike because I just don't have appetite. So, and it's just, and I just can't get beyond where I'm at with my husband's passing. Like I'm just in this stuck, so it all comes back to this right here, just sitting here with it all the time, and the whole, it's got me pretty mental. So until I could get somewhere to do it, like even going into the doctors and doing testing, and
I hear you.
yeah, so it's become kind of I'm not comfortable being away from it just to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's kind of, as far as treating it, I think we're beyond that point now. Like I don't really, you know.
That's me that's singing in my pocket. Sorry, in
I
case you were
know.
wondering. That's my text going on.
Yeah, it's Bob Marley, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Bob Marley.
Okay.
Lighten up the day.
Right on. Yeah, so I don't know. My kids are, they're
What are they thinking?
a hospice has really shook them up tremendously.
Yeah.
Like it's not
Do they know what it means, or?
Oh yeah, yeah. My daughter's just graduated EMT.
Oh, so
Yeah, 96% of her class. She's really, she's moving into paramedic work and stuff. And my son's been over more. I've seen him more since I got on hospice than I have. I should be seeing him. One day, the guy, I didn't answer the phone, and I was just out here talking to people, and the phone was inside, and he shows up. They called me. The hospice people called me, and you weren't answering your phone. I was like, oh, I don't like this at all.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of surveillance.
Yeah, it is. It does feel that way. It does
Yeah.
feel they're once a week visitors. They're nice people. It's pretty cool. But
Are they doing like advanced directives and posts and stuff?
oh yeah,
like
we
that?
did all that.
You've done all that.
Yeah,
right?
we've done all that.
Who's
I've
your
talked more about
DPI?
death and a person or two.
Yeah.
It's pretty depressing, but like I don't want my kids to have to do the nitty gritty of stuff.
It's nice of you to
Yeah.
do that. I've done that for my kids because I don't know, you never know what's going to happen, and I have strong beliefs about what I want. And if you don't have strong beliefs, it probably feels differently, but if you don't write it down, they just do whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they asked me which one of your kids would be willing to commit you to a facility, and I thought about it, and I picked the one that wouldn't commit me. And he's in charge of everything now. He's like, he's the one that coming down here. Where are you, Mom?
Well,
He's not real happy with the extra responsibility.
Well,
But
he may feel like he's in charge, but your body is actually in charge.
yeah, I'm really, yeah. I'm okay with the actual. It's the fight for the RV that is
Yeah.
like, it's morphed into something that it didn't have to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you
Yeah.
when you do progress to that place where you just need more care, you trust the kids will take care of it, right?
Mm, I have a tight little community around me now that I feel like I have the caregivers I want, and they are all in the same
Yeah.
lifestyle,
Yeah.
and I feel like the actual end is a be supported this way, and we've talked
Yeah.
about it. My kids, I just don't want my kids to have to go. I was with my husband when he passed at the FEMA camp in Sacramento, and there was no care, nothing,
Oh, wow.
and it was just me and him, and there was no, like, the pandemic had just started, and it was horrible.
Oh yeah.
Like there was no people in prison get more care than the people were getting in the camp.
What was the
So
FEMA camp was for? Because the fire is up there? Or?
no, for the isolation.
Oh, he was in isolation.
Well, he
area.
had liver cancer, so we were like in the very beginning of what became Project Room Key eventually. The RV wouldn't start,
Got it.
and they wanted to put him in hospice away from me, this county, and they were like, it was very intense little battle. I ended up having to go to court in Sacramento, to a closed courtroom, mind you. That and they only took murder cases, rape, and domestic violence, and anything to do with a COVID order. And this was put in storage instead of repairing it. And they just kept us, and that's why I'm so adamant to get it fixed now. And it's just really not that much wrong with it. It's become a battle with Episcopal Community Services over, well, not to pay for it, over whether I can stay mobile or do I have to go to a campground. Okay, and it was, first I was going into this thing called Thousand Trails Camping Membership, which is a known company around the country, and they've got about 7 of them in the Sacramento and this is one of the other homeless ladies out here. Yeah, so first I wanted to do that, and that was what I put forth, and that was immediately rejected. And I was like, okay, I'm flexible. I just need the RV fixed. So I wouldn't be fixed until I'd moved to Mendocino County, where I found an RV park, and I made all the arrangements, got all the paperwork, had everything together, postponed the mastectomy June 23rd, chased paper all summer, got it all together August 20th. My friends had already moved up there to do the caregiving once the mastectomy. They, everything was going to go on. They were going to drive me back and forth and do, they're still, well, they're here in town right now actually. But so August 20th came, and I'm just like, what happened? Where is it? Where are we going? And it just fell off. Like the workers moved to another office. My case was handed to the main guy at Episcopal, John Warner. The main, yeah, and then it just stopped. Nothing, and so the current situation is, of course I followed through with appeals and grievances and the whole, push, because I'm very litigious person, unfortunately, and it's not, like there's the appeals inside the SIS Department of Homelessness is a loop. Okay, it's a loop. Okay, and Kelly versus Goldberg says that's not how benefits are dealt with. And so we're going through all that, and the more you push back, the more resistant it is. And it's become instead of reevaluating me and shifting me to another more, it's become very
Do you think there's
ingrained.
anything that we can do on the inside to kind of make more sense out of it so that it's more streamlined? Because it sounds like it's pretty straightforward in your
It is.
mind.
It's
And
extremely. And I have the current situation is the lady at Jamisha Baker at the prop manager at HSH sending me emails saying that I have assistance available, I'm just not participating. So Mr. Warner's telling the people at City Hall, the supervisor's office, there's got some citizens involved and some other stuff going on, telling them that the RV repair costs are too high compared to what's available. That's not true. We've not even got it, like it's all been agreed upon. The repair was based on me going to Mendocino. I did everything. I did, no, and more. Like, you can ask Trina. She's been very frustrated.
Trina said you got it all done.
And then it became like the repairs. He all right. Here's my hostility, if you want to call it that. I don't feel like it's hostility. I think it's just reality.
It's a judgment I don't use.
Okay, but I can come across hostile when I start this part of the conversation.
Yeah.
My distancing from Episcopal Community Services, and my feelings about them changed when Mr. Warner, on October 20th, so that's been August 20th, everything was ready to go. October 20th, he's going to the DMV to pay for this and that, the actual costs. And while he calls Adult Protective Services worker into the case to wonder if I'm having a self-neglect, the charge of self-neglect, which is quite a frightening addition to the law.
Did he tell you he was going to do that?
No.
Because lots of times people, the social worker will say, hey.
Yeah, I understood that. Yeah, so that's
you in the process.
Okay. That's not the problem. She's a nice lady. I've dealt with CPS in my children when we lived in the school bus, so I'm used to the questioning of my lifestyle choices. Not really the issue. The issue was he got the paperwork, paid for the RV, and did not pay for the SUV, and sat on it for 84 days. While I'm out here struggling with little pieces of paper on my door to tell the police, hey, I'm really doing this.
Yeah.
And we had the whole beginning of a pressure. There was a lot of other RVs out here. So the police are out here and they call the DMV and say it's not been paid at all. And I just went ballistic. Like, that was it. That was December 1st. And ever since then, I'm like, really? And now you're going to put it in my pocket that I haven't done things? Oh, fine. Let's just see where this goes. I lived in Mexico 7 years of my younger life, part of my life. I'm so patient.
Yeah.
I'm very patient.
Yeah.
And I love my RV. Like, this is a lot. What we've got going on here is a refusal to help RV dwellers because we don't want to set precedents inside the agency.
Yeah.
Like, I literally know morally what's going on, right? A $4,500 repair could have saved my life. I don't feel like I'm not blaming, I'm not putting the cancer on anybody, I'm not, but I conceded all points to my lifestyle. I was ready to go settle and give up half my income to live in the RV park. My friends moved up there. My friends were living in part of an encampment over here in a white trailer. And we decided to just experiment, okay? They went through Faithful Fools, okay? 5 days. 5 days. They got a $1,500 fifth wheel that they found up there, $300 to move it, the cost of registering it, and the move-in, the $900. The very thing I'm trying to do. I mean, it's just the same as repairing something as it is to buy somebody something else entirely, right? So they spent about $4,200 on them altogether. 5 days. They've gone on a second honeymoon up to Oregon. They're just happy as can be. I mean, just like people would be if they have a life that's, stable and not on the street.
Why do you think they're not doing it for you? They did it for them.
Well, see, they went through Faithful Fools, a whole other, train of agency, and there wasn't all this political crap I bring with me.
The political.
Yeah, the whole thing of confronting the agency and saying, no, you're going to give me services, whether you like it or not, really gets people's back up. However, I had a cop out here the other day going, you really expect the city to repair the hole in your floor? Because that's what's holding me up right here is I got a hole in the floor, then I'm scared to move the truck itself until it's fixed, because I've already got the refrigerator out, but the other heavy stuff I worry that it'll just go through. And I've got wood over it, but the actual driving of it might, cause me And then I'd have nothing. Have the axle all messed up and stuff. So
what did
anyway,
what did you tell them?
the cop says, yeah, we can't expect a city to do that. I said, let me explain how this works. CARES Act money comes, the only way I can access CARES Act money, because I've been qualified as a homeless person, I've been put in that. I can't go rent anywhere. I can't avail myself of any other aid except through the Department of Homelessness because I'm quantified, not qualified, quantified. He's not listening or understanding, but that is funds for my situation. COVID has destroyed my life. It took my husband. It made me immediately homeless. It's destroyed me. Like all stability I have is in this little box right here, and it's yeah, and so this attitude that unless look, I've been sitting out here on this street for a year in a broke down RV. Okay, I have literally until they took out the he paid $1,000 on October 20th. The only other thing that has been done for me by the city is haul off one very soggy, moldy mattress. Broke my heart to lose my mattress. The guy was so sweet. He stopped and made a prayer over my mattress when he saw me out here crying. That's it. And I have lived out here on $1,000 in Social Security and food stamps, and lived with no help. Like I've saved my life. I've not been in a shelter. I've not been on a street. And I'm telling everyone who will live and listen to me about these girls out here. That's what's going on. We won't get into that right now. But I just to not repair this and just let me get on with the last words on the email from John Warner said, until we can talk about what you're going to do next, where you're going to go next, we can't go forward with the plan. The repairs and the rest of DMV. And I had written him in my email to him, I'm in hospice now. Not blaming, not making a finger pointing, not saying your agency should have done. That's for court. That's not to tell someone directly. My thing is, these are the things you need to do to get me off the street corner and go forward. As far as going up to Mendocino now, why? Why would I do that? Like I'm to the point now. This is where I lived 17 years on this beach. I got married in this park. This is where my husband's not dead. When I'm here in this RV, and I can't.
So that's the qualitative piece that they're not hearing, and I hear it really loud.
And I told the other guy, I confessed something. I don't know how to drive this RV. The guy that was here from Gordon Marr's office, and then Carol Carbone, I've said it to two people, you're the third person now. I got to have someone to teach me. I can drive cars. I'm not scared. It's great driving once it's, the mechanics are good. But I literally need a minute or an instructor. Like they have RV driving, I've already found one. And the guy that I was telling this to from Supervisor Marr's office, he said, that's so brave of you to say that. I would do it and just not tell anyone I had gotten an instructor.
That's great.
Yeah, he was really kind. He had a moment.
Ramona, I was hoping to come out and see you a little more regularly, if that would work for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're out here today, I really wanted to just meet you, and
as long as we don't talk about death too much.
We don't have to talk about death, but for me, talking about death is talking about life. So there's a relationship. I'm not here to have any agenda, but I would like to see if there's a space that we can find where I can hear you in a way that maybe help liaise on that. But also, it sounds like you are working with the hospice folks. They are coming out here.
Yeah, once a week. Every Monday at this point.
And if you ever want me to, I work with hospice folks all the time. That's one of the things that I do, is for people who are not in traditional settings, like how do they get the love and care that they need when they're in this process that you're in. That's what I do.
It is a process.
Yeah, you're in a process. And can I leave you my number?
Definitely, thank you. I'm all for. Look, this is a simple repair, and all I really want to do at this point is do what my husband and I did, which is park down here further down by ourselves, and then in the morning drive to the beach, and then at night drive back. And then once I get that going and I'm confident to be behind the wheel, then I want to rejoin Thousand Trails, and the membership has so many advantages for RV people. But right now in this minute, like there's not. Like they're not hearing me. And I have you know, like I resent where it's at this point. I don't feel like dealing with Mr. Warner is safe for my mind. You know, like I don't feel heard. I don't feel you know, I just feel this is getting kind of stupid at this point, and
I hear you.
it needs
But
to
you
be
know, you're
yeah.
a strong, powerful woman that's been around for a while, and so it's not surprising to me that John Moore is not here.
Thank you for
Okay.
that. I appreciate that.
And,
Yeah. There did seem a little personality issues, but I don't look at
love
it
and
like that.
support is what we're here for. Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, give me some sugar.
Oh, thank you. Right on. Thank you very much. All right. Very nice to meet you.
Want to look at the ocean and be with it.
Yeah, it's not, you know, and I look in the beginning, I've done, and you can ask Trina. I was willing to go up there to Mendocino.
Yes,
It's
you
just
were.
now at this point, I'm just like, why? You know, and I'm not, you know.
How's your cat food situation?
Pretty good. I just opened another bag.
Okay,
You have
we've got
some? Okay.
some for
We
you,
have
but
some.
we'll be back
Right.
either today or and then
Okay.
it's a 3-day weekend, so we won't be back till
Okay,
Tuesday.
yeah, I still have some. Thank you.
Okay.
Call me if you need to.
Thank you very much.
And I'll see
Appreciate
you
it.
the next time.
All right, all right.
We'll
Let me
see
know.
you soon.
Thank you.
Nice to
Ramona.
see you.
We'll see you soon, okay?
Okay, do you know about Lexus? The little girl over here? I left you, I'm gonna send you an email about it.
Yeah, send me an email.
Because she come knocked on my door and wanted to come in. She said, can you
Oh.
call Hot? And she's being heard out here at night by these people.
Please call me.
Okay, I will.
Where is she? Where is she?
She's over there.
At the, where,
Yeah.
At the parking lot?
Yeah, at the parking lot.
Okay.
And if you just ask, but she's scared to actually be seen going in by whoever it is that's doing it to her. So if she needs a ride somewhere where I can drop her off,
Yeah, just call
you know, we can. I don't know if she still wants to go in, but she gets kind of mental at
me.
night.
Okay.
So let's
Yeah.
pour hard. Thank you. Thanks, Trina.